Greetings and welcome. My name is Brian Waddy, showing off my curriculum calendar, and here's a tutorial showing you. This is honestly the trickiest thing that my software has. I don't have a much better way to solve this problem, so I'm going to just show you the trick. Anyone can learn it, and the more you rehearse it, the faster you become at it. Let's say I've got my lesson plan, and I want to keep adding to it. Adding something to a row beneath what I'm already working on. Let's say I could delete this or whatever. Adding new rows is easy. I just enter in a new one, and then I can enter in new content over here. Lesson, hooray, right? Whatever I'm doing. That's easy to do. But what happens if I've already got my information? I'm like, oh no, I want to actually do a second day on angles here. Uh, and now I've got to insert a row. Now, if you're familiar with spreadsheets, inserting a row isn't that bad. You just go over to the row you want, right-click on it, and on this menu I have insert one above or insert one below. You could also delete a row, just want to point that out if you ever wanted to. But chances are, if I would rather just leave a row blank if it was some content that I wanted to remember even though I'm not using it in a given year. But let's say I want to insert a row above, and so I'll do that, and I'll hit 1 for my lesson on angles. So I might call this angles part 2, and maybe change this back to angles part 1. And then I notice, wait a minute, part 2 says that it's taking a day, but none of the day isn't showing up. And if I actually was to check the rolling calendar even, actually, it doesn't go that far in this case anyway. But you'll see that the part 2 won't show up when the time comes, and that's because this is blank right here. And I know I told you that in general you're not going to want to edit these cells because these cells have very crazy looking formulas, which if I change what the formula is doing, it will lose its dynamic functionality going on here, where it's going to skip the holidays, weekends, and snow days and automatically adjust for you. So what we just have to do is copy that formula down to the new cells that I inserted. That row that I inserted just doesn't have the formula. It's blank up here. It's blank down here. Whereas you can see, oh, this one has the formula, or this one has the formula. So what you have to do is you just click and highlight these first 3 cells, and then move your cursor to the lower right corner where it'll turn to this black plus sign, and you will click and drag down. And theoretically, I could drag this down as far as I want. And what it's going to do is copy the formula down, and you can see now that this cell does in fact have the formula present. So now I can actually, it'll actually work correctly, and you can see that the day after Labor Day, I'm going to be able to teach my lesson on angles part 2, and I could continue with, say, whatever my homework assignments are going to be. And I can have an extra day in there and new homework assignments and new resources and things like that. So that is the trickiest part of using my curriculum map, because the formula gets broken when you insert a row in between. So thank you so much for watching. Email me if you have any questions. Have a great day.